Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by the shop. And my buddy Howie. You want to say hello to everybody, Howie? Say hello to everybody. No, not to me. All right, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, go, please. Okay, hey, thanks everybody for stopping by for another Screwy Tuesday. I got myself a cheat sheet here to review the different various items that'll be on this video. Actually, some of this I shot 2 weeks ago. I think I missed a couple of Screwy Tuesdays in there. So let's talk about what you'll see in this. First off, the past tool collectors. I've had videos about that in the past. It's really kind of a Northern California thing. Dave and Screwball. I'm a screwball. Flea Market Dave and I went to the tool show up in Sonoma. It's primarily a lot of woodworking tools, but you're going to see some shots here that there is machinist items there. And as you've seen in the past, I've picked up items for my 10EE. I didn't get a lot of things, but Dave's really scored. Well, it's one of those days I don't have a flat surface that's clean. I'm repairing some fluorescent lights, so I'm going to show you some purchases from the recent past tool show. Past tool collectors. Not a big score for myself, but I'm pretty happy. Picked up an Eagle oil can for $4. Not a bad little buy. A small Armstrong jack. Amazing, those little things carry 2 tons. I think that was $15. Set of pliers, wire pliers, Gardner Bender. These retail for about $13, $3. And since I got an anvil now, I got to start getting blacksmithing hammers for my anvil. This is an old Montgomery Ward hammer. It's pretty cherry. Wanted 18, he took 15 for it. And then I picked up some air whips for $5. I'm hoping my good buddy Flea Market Dave will send me photos of his purchases. He made some killer ones. Also, there's a fella that brings cigar boxes and hands them out for free. So I picked up a couple of cigar boxes. The other highlight for myself is they did run a contest on attracting new members to the past tool collectors, and I won over this last year. Excuse me. And my prize was a plane from Leo Nilsson, a #1 bench plane. Really a sweet little tool, and I was really happy to win. And it's just a great group of guys. You can see I've already been playing with it, but nice little plane. So anyway, hopefully follow up here with some photos from Dave's purchases. You're going to see a listed toolbox. Not a list. God, my brain. I'm sorry. You're going to see a Gerstner toolbox that he bought. That the patina on it, and when you see the lid open, and you got the pinup calendar still in it from out of the 50s. Awesome toolbox. I think he paid $250, $275 for it. Heck of a buy. Picked up and I'm describing this because there's no audio on the photographs. He picked up a 2-inch Wilton bullet. Really a rare. God, I can't speak today. Really a rare. I haven't had a cocktail yet. Maybe that's why. A very rare vise, actually. I picked it up for $190. They sell for more than that if you find one. Picked up a Dayton vise that's a combination sign vise. Sell for over $800 from Granger's. Picked it up for $175. And then he picked up a power arm, a very tall power arm, for 40 bucks. He scored very well. We have a lot of fun at these events. The people there are great, and I just you'll find I'm going to talk about something about the membership in this video, but I just can't express enough. You guys should look into joining. It's $25 a year to be part of the membership, which allows you to go to the tool meetings, and there's 4 tool meetings a year that have an auction. They serve you lunch, and you're going to meet a lot of great guys that have the same interests that you have, tools. So okay, enough of that. I've been working on parts for the Lathe Rose lathe. I've been really been dragging myself. I'm just down to surface grinding some parts just to get them cleaned up so they look pretty. Anyway, you'll see that. Well, I thought I'd show you this. So you can see this little washer here that I'm making. The hub on this bearing is smaller than the outside walls of the nylon, so I need to make spacers. And I had parted these off, but they're just a little big. So what I've done is, it's a 1/4 inch OD, and so what I've done is put it in a 1/4 inch collet, and then I have a collet stop to support it. But then what I have behind it is a gauge pin. Let's see if I can get this thing unloosened. So I have a gauge pin behind it that's smaller than a 1/4 inch, of course, so that it can collapse and bite down on it. And the reason the gauge pin is there is because I would have had to turn the stop down to be 1/4 inch. So let's see what we ended up here. 43. I think I can live with that. So I got to do another one. Got to get this guy in there and do the same thing. Just to show you, there's the gauge pin, adjusting the gauge pin back, collet's open, get this guy in here without losing it. Come on, get in there. Alright, let me fight this for a second. Okay, gave it a little tap tap. Bring the collet back up close. Tighten I gotta be able to see what I'm doing here. So I'm tightening the thread stop to get it proud. And then tighten the collet. And hopefully it'll stay in there. Okay, just a quick handheld update on this piece that I'm making for the Rose lathe. So there's that little nylon roller I was talking about, and that will be riding against a wheel that has indentations for it to pump. And then I just been working on this. It's really basically done. I just need to finish grinding some of the parts just to make it look pretty. So I've been grinding, but I tell you, I've been finding other things to do. Dale, if you're watching, I'll finish this for you. But I've been procrastinating for at least a week, over a week. But anyway, it's getting there. And then you're going to see some new tools that I purchased, and I'll give you a quick rundown about that. If you remember, I got the Diacro. Said it right, Diacro, not Diarco. Diacro #1 bender the other day on top of that Grizzly toolbox. Well, the lady that was selling it for her company said that she was going to have some more items for sale. So I said, oh, let me know. And so the other day she sent me some pictures, and there was a toolbox, another toolbox, a Delta belt disc sander, and 2 bandsaws. So I said, what do you want for the belt disc sander. I'm interested in that. And she wrote back and said $200. Or we talked on the phone. And I says, I'm interested in it, but I'm here for $100 if you want to sell it. If you can sell it for $200 on Craigslist, go for it. Well, that was on a Thursday. She called me the following Tuesday, said, hey, your $100 offer is good. Well, of course, I'm always watching Craigslist, and she never listed it. I said, great. And I said, let me figure out when I can get up here to come get it. Well, she said, if you come and get it by tomorrow, this was on a Tuesday, she goes, if you come get it by tomorrow, you can have the 2 bandsaws. So I didn't wait for tomorrow. Immediately started figuring out how I'm going to go up there and load all this stuff by myself. My wife was busy because she usually has to do this stuff with me, and I called my neighbor. My neighbor was willing to go, and just by chance, I called Flea Market Dave, gave him the old rah sound, and just by chance, he happened to be 5 minutes from my house getting a medical test done. He lives 45 minutes from me. And he says, I'll be right over. And the Seagull wagon and us two went on a run. And you'll see some pictures of that. Well, it's another Seagull run. There's my buddy Flea Market Dave. Just happened to be able to come and help me. Picked up a couple of bandsaws and a belt and disc grinder. I'll show you a little more. So here's a quick shot of the 2 tools in the wood shop. There used to be a shelf there, which I've moved down to there. The whole shop's in disarray with the moving, but these 2 tools fit in here just really nice. As soon as I brought the bandsaw home, since I basically got it for free, I ordered a Craig fence for it, and that came the other day, and I installed it, and it cuts really sweet. I'm going to make a mobile base for both tools, and we'll walk over in the main shop and we'll talk about that for a minute. This is the 3rd bandsaw that I picked up the other day, a Delt 12-inch wood bandsaw, and I think it's going to go on Craigslist for sale. But I talked about a movable base. Well, you can see here's one right here, and I went and seagulled this yesterday, and by chance my good buddy Flea Market Dave was on the freeway coming back again from San Lorenzo, and we managed to hook up, and he went with me. And I'm going to show you right here. Here's a couple photographs I took off the web on the lifting mechanism for the mobile base. Well, I was just going to make one, and so I actually, through these photos, started goofing around, burnt out a piece there, which would be the foot mechanism, and then also created the next piece that would mount. And with that said, and pardon for the handheld here, guys. So with that said, this unit just happened to come up on Craigslist for $40. I said, what the hell? I'm going to go get it, and that way I have all the exact geometries and measurements and everything. I looked on YouTube, I looked on the web, I couldn't find any dimensions on how to build these. So I will be providing those dimensions, so hopefully somebody else could use it. I might either cut this one down to fit one of the saws, or just put it back together and get my $40 back out of it, but use all the information off of it. So that was a nice Seagull. And just one follow-up story today. I went and purchased another tool today, a height stand, like I needed one. But it was a great visit with the fella that was selling it, and really, really happy about it. Well, as I left the site, I called my good buddy Flea Market Dave. I'll walk over, I'll show you the stand while we're talking. Turn the light on here. So I called my buddy Flea Market Dave, and when we call, if we're out seagulling, it's always rah, rah, we give the call. Well, I go, where are you at, Dave? And he was down in Monterey, This is the unit that I purchased. I can't see the camera here, so yeah. Purchased this little guy here. But I said, where are you at, Dave? And he goes, well, I'm down at Rich's. And I said, you're down at Rich's? And then just in the background, which is down by Carmel, there's a seagull cawing in the background as he's talking to me. And we just both laughed like hell. That was quite funny. So let me stop off here, and then I got a little more to show you. Quick shot. Here's another new tool to the shop. It's been on my want list, and the other day I finally placed the order. The hardness testers. So I've seen Stefan use them quite a bit, and it was time to get them. So that's kind of the background of this video. I'm sorry I talked so long. It's going to be hopefully enjoyable, and like always, hope you subscribe, hope you enjoy, and I hope to see you next Screwy Tuesday. Take care. There's the boy. He's waiting on me. Should we go play? Should we go play? Want to go play? You want to go play? Let's go. Okay, let's go.